Greetings everyone, it's me, Althazar. If you're wondering why I'm talking so quiet right now, it's because I am in the attic of the Inn of the Seven Dice. Wingover and Michael are downstairs getting things prepared for another telling of Ballad, but up here we wanted to share the love of the shining god with you. Throughout this month, we are going to be telling you tales as we mess with time and space to try to make our people get over to Yatil to birth a shining being to be a symbol for our god. Now, the people that we chose were really looked through. We had to make sure we were sending our best of the best. They might have had some complication, but they are all loving members of the church, and we are so happy to have them. Now, joining us through each of these amazing, shining, and loving adventures are different podcasters. They come from different bardic groups, you see. We have this week ChasmQuest. They are a bardic group that tells a tale, one of difficult times with pioneering to new lands, dealing with the locals there, hopefully praising a shining god. They have a lot of goofs that follow along with the people known as the Rowdy Boys. These folks get through all sorts of hijinks. You know, the classic schoolyard stuff like dumping your higher officer overboard on a mattress or chopping someone's head off. Just the things you did in school, you know, the real classic goofs. But if you love high fantasy, you love a great tale that'll make you laugh, engaged, or cry, then I highly suggest you go over and listen to the bardic group known as ChasmQuest. Listen at the end. You'll hear a little trailer. This is fun. And travelers, remember, we're using the sounds from Ballad College. And did you know all of us wonderful churchgoers of our shining god are enrolled in Ballad College? You can go on over to battlebards.com and check out the amazing sound effects there. I know the worshippers of the shining god always do, and it is brilliant. Now, travelers, gear up for a tale as we sit in this lovely, crowded attic and listen to ChasmQuest as they go see a beautiful shining being for our beautiful shining god. I present to you A Shining Birthday by ChasmQuest.
The small, sleepy town of Yatil sits on a coast where the waves lap at the beach in an almost hypnotic and rhythmic pattern. Nothing bad ever really happens here. Life just keeps moving on at a slow and steady pace. Some people might find this kind of life boring. They might dream of the big city of Waterdeep or want the rolling hills and lush forests of Cormyr, but not the folks of Yatil. These folks are mighty fine with just having a nice relaxing day, do their work, come home at the end of the day, and get a good amount of sleep. This village is a small one. A collection of small houses are grouped here together, facing the beach. Many boats and fishing equipment are sitting around them, and the town square opens up just past this tiny collective. A small church of Talos looms mightily near a small leatherworker's shop, who has his work on display. A general store named Preston's Corner sits cheerily by the sheriff's station, almost tauntingly drifting smells of fresh-baked bread over their way. And lastly, in this small town square that surrounds a worn well, is an inn dubbed proudly as Marvin's Marvelous Meals. As we watch this sleepy village and the sun slowly start to move into the evening, casting its shadows around, we see a small wagon coming up. Driving it is a burly-looking halfling with a handlebar mustache and a flowing mane of hair that's business in the front and party in the back. In his wagon sits a few passengers, and those passengers are all of you. So why don't you go ahead and give your characters a quick description.
All right, cool. I'll go first. This is Micah, and Trianor is a human, about 28 years old, 5'7", about 198 pounds, so little chunky for his height, and he has like light brown hair and a stubble on his, like he's been about 4 or 5 days since he's shaved. He's wearing a long dark purple and black robe, and his eyes are wide, and he's like looking around like he just did some coke. Like he's pretty excited.
Killer. My name is Aaron Shepherd. I'm the son of 2 shepherds. I'm a wood elf fighter, a sellsword, if you will. I've got short blonde hair with longer curls on the top, with green eyes. I wear a scarf. I wear a gray scarf, and I wear this kind of navy blue robe that kind of is hemmed right at the thigh with gray leggings and black boots. And I carry 2 swords. I've got a rapier, I've got a scimitar, and I've got a long bow with arrows. And I'm escorting 2 weirdos.
And the third one is a very large 6'3" half-orc male. His black greasy hair is covered by a helmet, a silver helmet, and he's got a breastplate that you can tell used to have some symbol on it, but it's been buffed enough to where the symbol's worn out. Like maybe it was a wyvern, maybe it was a phoenix, we don't know, but it's just been buffed out. And he's got gray skin, and he's gnawing on some jerky, and he's tossing a piece over to his large gray mastiff. And this is Sir Henley. Did anyone actually knight him? We don't know. And that's his dog, Benji for short. And we're just traveling through this world, trying to find a new way to serve the Shining God.
So the Shining God symbol, I don't know if I explained this, but what it is it's a sunburst with a set of smiling teeth, and the teeth are all little like different sizes. They don't like to go quite right into this large sort of lopsided smile. The people who worship the Shining God, I think a couple of you or all of you, I'm not sure, listen to those little mini-sodes of just how joyous and happy they are.
Oh yeah,
It was quite joyous.
Very joyous and very creepy.
I was so sad my players missed. I did that whole festival for them, and they skipped it.
Oh man,
Typical PCs.
And I'm like, I'm not letting all this writing go to waste, so I made a little audio drama piece.
Oh, that's perfect. And I will say, now that I know the image, there definitely is, you can tell Sir Henley has no sense of craft whatsoever. He probably just dipped his half-orc finger into an inkwell and tried to make the symbol of the shining god on his breastplate over the buffed out whatever the last symbol was.
It might have got pretty close with the way you described the janky teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it works. I did. Yeah, it's on purpose.
Oh, perfect.
What an artist.
So you pull into town, and this little town doesn't have a lot of people in it. As you're coming into this little square, there is this elven woman who's pacing around the well, and looks like she's wearing all sorts of rags, and her clothing just looks all tattered and torn and worn. And there's this sign that's swinging right by this inn that says Marvin's Marvelous Meals, and it has this little bowl of stew with like steam coming off it. And the halfling just turns to a lot of you. Right, well, yeah, that's gonna be... shit, I think I forgot to charge you. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm already here. And, whatever.
Great. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Wow, that's pretty generous of you, mate.
Yeah, and we'll do what I can, us halflings.
Blessings upon you.
Was that some sort of new religion you all are in?
Oh, not new. One as old as time itself. We here serve the shining god.
Wow,
Shining god.
I don't know if you could lock me in with all them, but I'm gonna see it through.
In fact, if you have some time, we could tell you more about our god. Myself and my compatriot here could maybe tell you more.
I'm looking around the village, trying to see, just try and see people, see if I recognize anyone.
You see there's the odd, face sort of poking out a window. There's a general store that says Preston's Corner, and it's right by a sheriff's station. You see there's a half-orc woman who's coming out of a sheriff's station. She has this large hat on, and she has this glowing axe at her side, and a button-up shirt. She closes the door behind her. Oh, you all new?
Oh, yes, yeah, we were actually in town looking for a couple friends of ours. And I look to the paladin as I realize, what were their names? Was it Molly and Tolly?
Yeah, something like that. I believe I wrote it down somewhere. Let me check in my notes.
I try to make eyes at you, trying to can I sign to him in some way and say hey, maybe we shouldn't announce this. I may have realized this a bit late.
Sure. Sir Henley, I'll give you an insight check.
That will be a 7.
He's saying, go all in. He's giving you those eyes you got this.
Well, just as our Lord and Savior, the Shining God, would want, we should reap and sow his good word upon the people. Whoever shall cast a listening ear. You there, the elven woman there in rags, you look as if you need a new spark in your life. You there, lend me your ears.
So this woman comes up. This half-orc is kind of cautiously looking at the woman, looking at the rest of you. This halfling, he's just been unloading stuff from his little wagon. And you see this dwarf come out, and he's signing a little piece of paper, and he has this apron on that says Marvin's Marvelous Meals. And this elven woman comes up. You want me to listen to your sun god, your shine, and you have no regard for any of the clouds. Why should I listen to you?
Well, the clouds were made by the Shining God. The Shining God gives life to all things and gives eternal blessings to those who follow. So if you were to join us, you could have your clouds, but you could also have the truth of the Shining God.
So my friend here, he's a bit devout, but he's also not wrong. I mean, the true power comes from the Shining God, not from the clouds.
I don't trust anyone that would punch a man to death. And she points right at Sir Henley. And then she screams in your face. And she just starts running. And the half-orc looks really awkward. That's Spit Whistle. don't know how much to say this, but she's been here really since the town started. She's pretty old, and no one knows a lot about her, but she means well, I think.
I like her.
That's good.
She's all right.
Well, I don't know about that. Throwing accusations into people's faces. You got Benji here all worked up. Now calm down, boy. Calm down.
Is your dog actually worked up? Or is your dog like one of those like most chill dogs in the world? Like it's just there for the ride?
Oh, there for the ride until Sir Henley is threatened by something.
Okay.
So he is kind of worked up then.
Yeah, I will not have him intervening too often as he has 5 hit points, but but he is here. He does exist.
Does he get 3 attacks, though?
They're all 66 damage.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
There it is. It's a glass cannon.
That's a joke.
Yeah.
You said you were here to see a friend?
A couple friends, actually, but that's neither here nor there. Please tell us about your town. Anything going on lately?
Oh, not a lot happens here in Util. I mean, it's some pretty basic stuff. Fishing village, really, and
Is the fishing very good?
it is. There was an accident where we lost a lot of people. It happened just a couple months ago.
Oh,
Around the same time, all the cows got sick, and
yikes.
unfortunately, the only milk here in town is soy milk.
Well, how about that?
Well, we are not ones to judge.
I hope you don't mind.
Speak for yourself. I can't stand soy milk.
Never tried it personally.
It's the worst, dude.
We're all tired of soy milk, I can say.
Listen, when you've been without, sometimes the most strangest of drinks can bring relief to the parchment which is upon your throat.
Oh my god.
Such as the word of our good Lord, the shining God, can upon our ears.
The two of you just go on and on, don't you?
Yep.
You see, I'm really just stalling because I cannot find the damn document that Lucas sent us that has our main objectives.
The two people you're looking for is Holly Jolly and Jolly Holly.
Oh.
I really didn't know you guys were hunting for the name. I would have just told you.
But I just like jumped right in. Yeah, let's find these people. And then I realized, oh, wait a minute. They're set to be executed. Maybe I shouldn't like immediately align myself.
Those are our friends. Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't align myself with them from the jump.
Oh, I thank you. May the shining God bless you. You have found my notes. Thank you. What was your name again, Sellsword?
The name's Ara, and we've been traveling for like a week.
I'm sorry. When your mind is just filled with the good news, it's hard for space for anything else.
You're a bit batty.
Shining God, I swear I've heard that before.
Yeah, they've been talking about it on and on all this trip. It's absolutely crazy.
So you said there's been the cows got sick, and you said there was a terrible accident on the fishing boat?
Yeah, we lost about 10 townsfolk.
Oh.
4 of them made it back, but I don't know, they've just been kind of different since.
Huh.
I think it's just the trauma, honestly. I used to do adventuring, and I lost some friends, and it can hit you pretty hard.
Oh, yeah. Survivor's guilt.
Yeah, I believe that. Hey, listen, is there any way to get a drink around here?
Marvin's Marvelous Meals would be probably your only option, actually.
Oh, I am famished after our travels. I would be inclined as to see about their services. I see a bowl of stew. Do they have brisket there?
Yeah, also, do they have anything more than, soy milk?
Is that soy milk stew that's on the sign there?
It probably is. I think the only thing Marvin can really make is stew and an assortment of breakfast-related goods. But they do have some bread, and there is alcoholic drinks that they have there. It's not just soy milk.
Thank heavens.
And water, of course.
Well, of course, source of all life. But we don't look to bring mayhem upon your small, sleepy village. We just look to fill our bellies and rest a while after our journeys.
Well, it's not a big town, so I'm sure you'll find your friends soon.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Yes. And the names were Molly and Rockshire, or whatever my friend here said. Definitely not Holly and Jolly.
Holly Jolly, Jolly Holly is what I didn't say.
I said, hush your mouth.
Are you gonna try deception, or are you just gonna let that one go?
Yeah, I'll try deception.
All right. You have disadvantage because you specifically said their name out loud.
Oh, yes.
That's my bad.
That's so with disadvantage, that's 19, baby.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I rolled the 17 and a 14. I get a +5.
Good on you.
Yeah.
She kind of stares a little puzzled, like, that's incredibly specific. Wow, we have 2 prisoners with that name, but what a weird world, right?
That's strange.
Whoa, that is crazy.
Where would your prisons happen to be? I myself was a former prisoner before my life of holiness, and I like to pay homage, and I like to visit those who have turned to a way of sin.
That's actually a great idea. I think they probably need some of his blessed light.
They're just over in the sheriff's station. It's kind of late, but yeah, I can, if you want to come talk to them. They don't sleep much.
Maybe after a meal or something.
Yeah.
But thank you very much. You've been very helpful. What was your name again?
My name's Olivia. I'm the sheriff of the town.
Oh, Olivia.
What a blessed name.
Such a blessed name.
Wow.
I am so blessed by your blessed name.
Here is a silver for your trouble. We have brought so much distress to you, and I apologize.
You hand her the silver, and she looks at it for a second. Thanks, and puts it in her pocket. Well, I'm gonna go make the rounds, just make sure everything's going on okay, and yeah, I'll be back in probably like half an hour if you do want to talk to those 2.
Yes, that sounds good. I think I'm gonna head for that drink.
Perfect time. And Sir Henley heads in with Benji by his side.
I want to also go in. Yep. Believe it or not.
All in.
So you walk on in, you swing open these creaky doors, and you see a well-worn main room of this inn. A few tables are dotted here and there. There's a small fireplace that sits at the back of the inn with a fire in it and a pot of stew cooking. You actually see a Goliath man and an Azamar woman in full-plated armor sitting at a table having something to eat. They kind of glance over at you for a sec and then just don't pay it much mind and get back to eating. And you see the dwarf who was outside before, who had signed the papers, and he's just cleaning glasses behind the counter because that is what bartenders did back then. All of them. So that's what he's doing.
That's how they all pass the time, for sure.
They clean that one glass and they rub that one spot on the bar, and it's just so polished.
Well, it's a very difficult piece of food to get out, so you got to work at it.
I'm gonna start to head over to the bar to get a drink. I'm just gonna be like, well, I'm gonna go get that drink now. I'll tell you what do you 2 want? I'll get the first round. How's that sound?
Yeah, great. I'll take a beer.
Sure.
Beer for me, whiskey for my dog.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, I'll be right back.
That's a joke, I say, it's so that I get beer and whiskey.
Oh, that's a good joke.
Oh, thank you.
Actually, I'll have a whiskey for his dog, too.
Okay. I'm not gonna get this dog pissed.
You better not, because that's 5 whole hit points coming at you.
Okay.
So you walk on over to the bar, and the dwarf looks up. Whoa! More people! This is rad. How's it going?
Hi,
I'm Marvin.
Marvin. Okay. Hi, I am Aaron. It's a pleasure to meet you. We just arrived today.
Oh, are you gonna need some rooms? It's pretty late.
Yeah, I believe we will. What do you have available?
I got 2 rooms left. They each got 2 beds in them, so you could either bunk up, cuddle time, or you could just get both of them.
Hey, he says he's got 4 beds. I say we push them together. Super bed. What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
That's what our shining god would want.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's in the Shining God pamphlet.
When have we slept together that it hasn't been 2 or 3 beds just shoved next to each other?
Right.
Good point.
The dwarf is nodding like this all makes sense.
How long have we been traveling together?
I'm surprised you even asked.
Okay, so in that case, we're going to take one of those beds and put it in the other room. 3 beds together, 1 big super bed. How does that sound?
That sounds awesome.
Perfect.
Okay. That will be 2 silver.
Make sure he gets the extra bouncy beds.
Oh, you hear that? We want the extra bouncy ones.
Now you want bouncy, fun time, good time, or do you want bouncy, Indiana Jones, I need to get out here?
The Indiana Jones sounds phenomenal.
Yeah.
I tell you what,
Of course, of course.
one with the best view, I believe.
Yeah, we have one that just looks over the town square and looks out onto the ocean. It's real nice.
Okay, we can work with this.
What a view to wake up to. What a fine establishment you have here.
Oh, thank you so much. I inherited it, actually.
Inherited.
As you did your good looks, I can see.
He does a Clearasil hair commercial wave of his hair, and it's dazzling.
Beautiful locks.
Thank you. I use the finest rock soap.
Here is the gold for the drink. Is 2 silvers for all of it?
Oh, yeah, I heard you want beer, whiskey. The dog wants whiskey?
Oh, no, you see, it's just a joke, I say, to get more drinks for myself. I am guilty. I do plead guilty.
Yeah.
And it's a joke I say to get more drinks for myself.
We would never do that to Lil Benji here. He'll take some of your finest water, though.
Of course, yeah. Whoa, okay. It sounds like this is a fun group to travel with. Wow.
Yes, this one is on me. The others are getting the rest.
That's actually all for me. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll just be another 2 silver.
Yeah, let us start
All
a
right.
tab. I believe it would be easiest, and then we'll just split it amongst the group later.
Yes, put the tab on Sir Henley.
Yeah, correct. That is I. And what did
Sir Henley.
you say your name was, kind barkeep?
I'm Marvin.
Marvin, of course. From the sign.
Yeah, well, all the dwarves in my family are named Marvin.
Oh.
Would you happen to be starving, Marvin?
No, not with all these marvelous meals here.
And what is your finest of meals? I am quite famished myself.
I'd recommend the stew or the stew with bread.
I'll take the stew with bread, please.
Combo meal.
What meats are you using in said stew?
Right now,
Because we heard you had a cow issue and you were drinking only soy milk, we hear.
yeah, it is soy milk. It's oh man, it is the pain in life itself. But as for meat, we're just using fish.
Fish. Oh, fish stew. Yes.
Yeah, I put soy milk in there. I honestly don't know how it tastes, but it should be good.
Well, Marvin, with a face like that, how could you cook that?
I bet it's marvelous.
I hope so.
Actually, you know what? I think I will take one myself. You're just another soup, I suppose.
All right, why don't you three get a table and I'll bring this stuff on by.
I think he was very clear with the menu. It was either stew or stew with bread.
And I'm going to walk over to the table.
Whatever.
He sets your stuff down. He brings your drinks as well. And then just if you need anything else, I'm like 7 feet away.
Oh, perfect, perfect, Marvin. Blessings upon you.
So after he walks away, I look to Sir Henley and say, so we obviously got to go talk to Holly Jolly and Jolly Holly, right?
Yes, that was a ruse I was putting in front of Olivia that we had met earlier. Yes, of course, we need to talk with them.
What do the two of you have to do with him?
Oh, none of your business.
He
Oh, wait, we said we would let him in on the knowledge of...
well,
everything.
the second night when we slept together.
A sidebar real quick.
Yep.
He still not has taken to the word of the Shining God.
Oh, you haven't done much convincing me either.
You know what? I forgot when you just say sidebar. It does not change how far away we are sitting.
Common mistake. Yeah.
Well, Aaron, was that...
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, good. Once again, memory. It would do us service if we knew that you weren't all in just for money, but if you knew that what we are chasing after is far greater than any of us can imagine.
Well, I'm not exactly closed-minded or anything.
What if we said that we were bringing about a kingdom of salvation upon the people of this world?
Well, that sounds lovely, but what kind of salvation?
Salvation with lots of gold. Huh?
Really?
Yeah.
The streets are paved with gold in this kingdom.
Yep. And
Even the shitty streets are paved with gold.
Well, that I can get on.
yeah, I think he likes gold.
He likes it.
Yeah, that's the play right
The
there.
Shining God is just like the shine reflecting from a
Well, how
large
come
bar
I've
of
never
gold.
heard of this Shining God before?
That's because not all that glitters is gold.
Oh,
So,
I guess that makes sense.
Yep.
And not all who wander are necessarily lost.
Perfect. Moving on.
And
You see both of these things are on like those cheap, tacky wooden plaques over the door.
I was just about to say, we must laugh, but also live and love.
Thanks, Karen. Sir Henley. Well, then let's just go ahead and loop him in. I think we can trust him.
Yes, well, we're trying to raise a somewhat ritualistic type of feature. We're trying to bring a god about, and this here Holly and Jolly, they can help us out. They've got the tools.
They last saw. They were the last ones with the tools.
They have
we don't know
the
where they are.
information.
Yeah.
I see. And you're trying to go and find these two to get said information?
And more than likely, they don't have the tools on them, but ideally, they'll let us know, well, where they are. And
Right, and I believe, what was it? Yeah, you talked about it in the past. You mentioned a book of some sort? Okay.
a book, and among other things.
And you know what? I just realized looking over my notes here, I'm rather miffed that there's only soy milk here.
Oh, yeah, shit, that's right. Oh, man. Those cussers. It's like the DM set us up to
A
fail.
shining goddamn it. Oh.
Okay, golly,
How dare he?
You just cursed your own god.
What a strange and specific thing for him to mention. Yeah. All right.
Well, we're gonna find fresh milk.
Well, hopefully it's next to eggs.
Well, usually is in the supermarket.
Yeah. All right. So I say when we go to sleep, we sneak out, go see if we can talk to Holly and Jolly, because the sheriff did say that Holly and Jolly aren't sleeping.
Well,
so.
the sheriff said that Olivia was more than welcome to take us to the prison.
But I imagine Olivia won't just leave us with them. I'd like to have a private conversation.
I don't think you have understood how long-winded Sir Henley can be.
Yes, but certainly there's one of those really cool windows they have in the cells where they're barred and you can like look down and be like, psst,
Yeah.
Holly Jolly.
That's what I was
Jolly
thinking.
Holly.
Yeah. I'm thinking that's the route we go. So,
Well, it sounds, you keep talking about bringing up some gold, so if there's more gold in it, then I'm
Oh,
down.
yeah, all the gold you
Streets-
can imagine.
streets paved in gold.
Really, it's strictly just the streets that are gold.
You could have the streets.
You can chisel some off every now and again, but, don't chisel too much off. You
All right.
cause
well,
traffic jams and whatnot.
I'll buy it for now, but we'll just keep it going. I'm going to keep an open mind about it. You understand.
Perfect.
All right. Let's eat our food and go
Drink that booze.
Sure thing.
go to bed.
The food's actually pretty good. It's surprising.
Oh, I was gonna ask that. The fish stew did not sound good with soy milk.
It really doesn't, but I rolled a 17 on here, and I imagine he gets some kind of bonus because he's been doing this for a long time.
It's
so.
all those good looks that got handed down for generations.
It transfers. Well, it's the love is in the taste, so you can really feel it.
And I do feel it in my belly.
Before you finish up, the Goliath and Asmar, they both finish eating. When they get up, so Aaron, you see they actually have the symbol of the Waterdeep guards as they walk out.
Oh.
They just nod to the three of you. They nod to Marvin. Marvin waves goodbye, and they step outside.
Fellas.
Oh, howdy.
And I just salute. Just a nice... What's up, babe?
Oh, you know who those two are, Aaron?
Well, I know where they come from. I am from Waterdeep myself.
A city boy.
Kind of. I was raised on basically a farm for sheep.
I sounded like you said a shit.
I was
shit
raised on
farm.
a shit farm. It was covered in sheep shit.
Well, I've been there.
You've been to my sheep shit farm?
No. I've been, wandering the lands, preaching the good word, and sometimes you gotta lay your head down in a pile of sheep shit.
I see. Yeah, well, been there.
So you're used to farms then?
In a way, I was raised by two shepherds. We turned it into a looming business with the sheep fur. Is that what it's called? I've been doing it for years. I don't even know.
Sounds about right.
Wool?
Yeah. A lot of it, yeah. Basically,
Tria's
wool.
here. He's the brains of the operation.
Yeah.
My intelligence isn't very high.
Neither is mine.
Nor is mine. Me and my dog share that alike.
Well, yeah, been doing it for years. Then, got kind of bored with it after my 40th year of doing it. And now I joined the guard.
So
kind of.
since you were a babe, you've been spinning wool.
Pretty much. My mother taught me how to knit.
I mean, you don't look a day over 40, so it seems like right out the womb.
Yeah, and I tie my scarf a little tighter. A little pride in my scarf and my knitting.
You made
That's
that
hot.
yourself.
I sure did, actually.
I think I had a grandmother that knitted. Wouldn't know. I was adopted.
You really do talk a lot, don't you?
Well, when you're sharing space with people, it's good to get to know one another.
So,
What? I'm getting at something here, Tria.
Okay.
You must practice the good spirit of patience, my good friend, because I was about to ask. Your farm knows that you grew up with for 40 years on this farm, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I lived there for longer, but I kind of quit.
Could
doing
you
the sheep
sniff
thing.
out a good animal if it came by? Say a cow
oh, for the milk.
or fresh milk.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't exactly know.
It was worth the shot. You know what? I forgot I had a
imagine.
dog here who could just sniff it out.
If I ever did smell a sheep, I would know it right off the bat.
Well,
That's why we hired you on.
too bad sheep milk won't work, so.
Oh, would you look at that?
I think there's information that any milk might work.
Any milk. We don't formally have pine tree branch or fresh milk.
No, this is in a northern region though, so there's a lot of pine trees around and all that.
Okay, well, keep
Well, I say, I announce very loud, we turn in for the night. Hey, boys?
Oh yeah, very sleepy indeed.
Oh, I thought you two wanted to head over. Oh,
It's bouncy bedtime.
I see what you're laying down now.
Good.
And you ought to pick it up. Let's
Yes.
go.
He is astute.
And a stout.
I'm gonna thump you.
He did order a stout there.
All right, and I walk to the room that he gave us.
Yeah, so Marvin leads the way because he has to help move one of the beds. And he takes you up to the second story of this building, and he moves one of the beds into this one room. So it's a little cramped with 3 beds, but it's all right. And there's a little writing desk, a candle, and there's you look outside, and it looks like the sun's set now. And there's some torches that are lit outside. You could see the well and like this whole little town square, and off in the distance you could see the ocean. Looks like maybe a 10-minute walk.
Okay, and so are we facing the prison?
Yeah, you can see it. It's just like to the left. Like when you look out the window, it's like a little bit to the left, like maybe 20, 30 feet away.
And we're on the first floor or second floor?
Second.
Gotcha. Okay. But with 3 beds, there's plenty of sheets.
Yes, for my dog, of course.
Right.
Well, I'm going to put my stuff on the far side.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite comic.
Oh, man, you got to it first.
Not familiar. Thank you, Marvin. It's been
You've never gone to the
been
bathroom?
something.
I feel like that's where everyone has a Far Side comic. It's
Yeah.
next to the toilet.
Deep cuts, really deep cuts here.
For more,
I've never read.
This is going right over my head right now. I
Brilliant.
have no idea what
Yeah,
you're
they're
talking
good. They
about.
are pretty funny.
yeah. Come to ChasmQuest for more deep cuts.
Well, Marvin, it has been marvelous. Thank you so much. And, oh boy, we got to get some bouncy sleep tonight.
All right, have yourself some majestic dreams.
Thank you. They will be marvelously majestic. Okay, bye.
Marvelously.
Marvinless?
Yes.
Marvinless? Bye.
I don't know. He was rather handsome. I may dream of him tonight.
All right, we will see you, Marvin.
He gives you a wink and closes the door.
Ooh.
That's me locking the door.
What do you suppose that wink was about?
Oh, no one knows. It's a mystery.
He's a friendly fella.
So,
Who's first?
yeah, let's start tying sheets together. That window obviously is our exit here.
Benji cannot climb very well.
Well,
I'll have him stay guard and do his classic snoring noise.
Well, I was going to say, can Benji even stay quiet?
He'll make a snoring noise so that if anybody were to walk by, it seems as if...
Perfect. Deception. I love it.
Let's see if Benji has deception. No. But he has I don't know. I got an 8 on a charisma check. That it sounds kind of like snoring.
You, Aaron, would know for sure that when you've left this dog alone a few times, when it was supposed to be guarding, it goes to bed.
Ah.
That's all part of the plan.
yes.
That thing just goes to bed. Well, listen, I'm gonna vote to go last because I don't particularly want to be climbing down this sheet rope if a half-orc is going to do it above me. Just in case you slip, try not to get crushed yet.
That's fair. And I am voting to go next last.
Well,
So-
the order has been determined then.
So, middle.
No, you can go last first, and then I'll go the next last.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Makes sense to me. Let's go, Henley.
Ah, yes. Always the first into battle.
I will need sleight of hand to tie together these sheets, and
I will help.
I will do that, actually. I know for a fact that I can do this well.
Excellent. I rolled, and
Son of a bitch.
what'd you get?
That's
And I'll
a
say
nat
mine.
1. So,
I got an 11.
okay, I rolled a 5 with my sleight of hand.
so you each tie up one of these sheets. It looks good.
Tria, you've got my arm tied in the knot somehow. I don't know.
Well, just get that out there. Well, don't you want to fix the knot? No, it's fine.
I guess I'll just be part of the rope.
This window, it opens up at this beautiful autumn ocean breeze just comes on into the room. It's very relaxing. You can hear the waves in the distance. You toss this super sweet sheet rope over the edge, and it goes all the way down to the ground because you're not super high up. You can either make a stealth check if you want to be quiet about it, or if you just want to climb, you can just go for an athletics.
I believe I'm going to just watch the first one go down.
I will try to be sneaky. And Benjamin the Mastiff has laid out, somehow sprawling across all 3 beds, and is currently snoring.
Super bad.
And I'm just like, oh, he's tricking everyone at believing that he's sleeping. But really, he's just covering up for our snores.
What?
I love you, Benji. Bye-bye. And I climb out the window, and I try to do it stealthily. We'll see how that goes. That's a 4. And then I'm also going to give you an athletics check. All right, better.
So you got a 14, you said?
Yeah, 14 for the athletics check.
So you hold onto this rope, you grip it tight, seems good. You go down like the first little portion of it, and then you grab onto the second portion of it, and it just completely unties. And you smash onto the ground. You take 2 points of damage, and you're just kind of laying there. This loud clang just echoes out. Because I imagine you're wearing metal armor.
Oh yeah, my breastplate and helmet are on.
I sound like a bag of plates.
This ringing echoes out into this really small, sleepy town. And you immediately see like candles being lit in all these different windows. And Olivia opens up her door. She has her axe out. It's glowing blue. Marvin opens up his door. He has a frying pan. A few other people are coming outside to look what's going on. This half-elf man comes out of Preston's corner.
I come to the window and I say, well, Sir Henley, what? I told you not to balance on the edge of the window. What were you thinking?
Oh, it was just one too many whiskeys.
Oh, golly. And to think you were wrapped in a sheet? Well, what were you thinking?
You know what? I will just walk off this enamored state I have due to too much alcohol.
You can all just go back into your houses. He was just trying to pretend to be a ghost.
Oh yes, but now that we're all congregated here, maybe you'd want to hear a good word from the Shining God.
Who wants to make the deception check?
Jaboy here went ahead and
I did it too.
did it. So that's a 14 on the Decepto.
I got a 16. Apparently, I have a -1 in charisma.
Oh my god. Well, they got a 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's naturally something I would totally happen.
You pretend to be a ghost, you fall out a window.
That's everyone knows that. It's a common saying.
Was just trying to spook my buddies.
Yep. Perfect.
Marvin helps you up. He's like, classic. This happens to me all the time. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's just so comfortable sitting right on the edge of the windowsill with a blanket.
With this ocean breeze that your beautiful town has, how could I not?
All right, so why don't you come on back up and we'll try again
You know
to go
what?
to bed.
I think I'll just go for a walk far away from here. And that's a 19 deception.
Okay, I don't, yeah, that's what you want to do.
Of course, to walk off this horrible, horrible drunken state I'm in.
Well, you shouldn't go out alone, Sir Henley. You're so inebriated. I'll go with you. And that's a 5 deception.
We all know you're just gonna stay in the room and
That's
sleep.
the truth. You are going to go with him.
Yeah, I was going to say, you are going to go with them. What's your plan?
Well,
Yeah,
then
he
that
just
was
likes
a
rolling.
5.
High five.
A 5. That's a high 5. That was a high 5.
You look when you're exiting this room, you see Benjamin. Benjamin put his head up when the crash happened, but then he heard Sir Henley talk and then just put his head back down.
Nice.
I'm going to jump out the window.
Oh yeah.
He's just gonna jump out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna jump it.
Athletics or acrobatics, whatever you want to do.
And let me get out of the way first. You just land on me.
What's better, athletics or acrobatics? Ooh, acrobatics is. Okay, so that's a 17.
Acrobatics.
See, I should have done what you did there.
Yeah, I do 2 front flips, and I land right on top of him, straddling his chest.
Oh, that's so hot.
I lower myself down,
Teabag.
but I don't go all the way.
Do not desecrate the shining god's symbol on my breastplate, sir.
And then I help him up.
Oh, thanks.
When you're jumping, you heard someone in the distance yell parkour. And as you did this very beautiful and sensual landing.
Yes.
And some of these small town people are like, oh my. You know, they go on inside because their small town sensibilities can't handle this.
Would you say they're getting the vapors?
I take a very courteous bow.
Dinner
You're
and a
welcome.
show.
Courteous indeed.
Good night to you all.
And to all a good night.
And all right.
How about a tree? We come down?
Mission successful, guys. Fuck, that was good.
This has been the most interesting way that somebody's exited the inn. Everyone else just used the front door.
I'm just going back to my original plan of we told Olivia we would come to the prison. We could have just walked there.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah,
Tria,
she's still standing outside.
Yeah, I definitely don't think we should talk in front of her.
We can't because you're still up in the room.
No,
you walked down.
I came down.
He came down, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, hey, welcome back. The Tria are here.
Well, I believe we are all here now. Let's make our way over. What do you think?
Well, if we're trying to be sneaky, wasn't your guys' plan to wait till Olivia was gone? Shouldn't we go for a walk for a while?
Yeah, let's take a long
go
walk on the beach.
Cool.
We go out looking for a pine tree.
Oh, yes. Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, we go for a walk
So-
looking for a said tree.
You walk through the forest, and while you're going through there, you see like the odd, because you like leave onto the main road, and you see the odd like missive that's like nailed onto a tree, like, oh, beware goblins, like, you know, like the classic little stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
What is everyone's passive perception?
Mine is 13.
11. Your perception's close to 13.
13.
Sir Henley and Aaron, you both see this. While you're going, you see there is a poster. It's a wanted poster.
Wow.
And you see a crude sketch, but it says, wanted, Henley, former soldier for Waterdeep.
Huh.
Wanted on the case of murder.
Is that you?
Oh, well, I mean, Henley is a very common name amongst these parts.
Is what him?
That poster over there, you see it? That one right there?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I do see that.
I got a 4 on deception.
There is a 500 gold piece reward for his capture, as well as it gives a real short description, and it seems to match up close to what Henley looks like.
Well, there's lots of half-orcs out there just meandering about, probably all named Henley.
So who'd you kill, though?
Well, listen, Tria, I said I've spent some time in the clinker for things of maybe random misdemeanors here and there, but
Well, it looks like you didn't spend all of your time.
That's a lot of gold, dude.
I thought I had paid my debt to society, but apparently those amongst the law are not quite as forgiving as the Shining God.
Huh.
So it says on here, like, when you're looking at the reward information, normally a wanted poster would say, like, bring them to, like, this town's guard or whatever like that. But it's just, like, more of a private establishment it's saying to bring you to.
A private establishment.
Like a town?
Like, it looks like a home address.
Listen, this is weird, mate. But, you know, I'm getting paid to protect you guys, so
That's correct. Probably just someone trying to slander my name.
I doubt it. I think it's legitimate.
Whatever they offer you, I'll double it.
Let me take that wanted poster from you.
I do not have it.
I rip it off the tree? Where is this hung?
Yeah. Yeah, like, you're just walking down, like, the main road.
Oh,
like,
okay.
just to get out of town, and it's just, like, on, just, like, there's the odd missive that's, like, as you're going into town, they have them up. just for people coming and going.
Yeah, I rip it off the bulletin, whatever it's on. And what does the address say?
From what you can gather, it is one of the noblemen's manors in Waterdeep. Make me a wisdom check.
I know I said that I'm here for gold, but honestly, I'm getting paid a lot more to keep you guys safe.
That is correct. I got a 15 wisdom.
So you're looking at this, and you're thinking about the name, and the name actually matches up with that guy you got in the really bad fight with. You didn't mean for it to happen, but you're looking at the Neverwinter name on this thing, and then as well as the manor, and you're assuming that it's the family that is put this bounty out for you. Like, they weren't happy with you being let go.
Well, it seems I was mistaken. I did serve my time for this here accident. Accident, I should say, as I was in a drunken state that night, and the man, he defamed my own name, made fun of it.
Did he?
And I wasn't about to let him go, but I understand that was in a time of sin. I was departing away from the path of the shining God. But there in jail, I saw the light. A friend of mine there in the prison, he told me about the truth and the light. And that is eventually where Tria and I met up after that.
You both met in prison?
Not in the prison, but we are both on the path to seek the eternal light of the shining God.
I see. Huh.
Yeah, so that was a time past, but it seems here the family is still holding upon some... they have a grudge against me, and there's probably racist against half-orcs, I should say.
What are you gonna do?
Nothing. Not gonna do nothing.
Yeah,
Is there a reason we're in the forest? Like, why?
While you guys were over there talking, I was cutting this here.
Oh, wow, that's a
you got
nice
your switch?
branch.
Yep, it is a switch from a willow tree. Precisely what we needed.
And what do you mean to do with that?
Just realized it was supposed to be a pine tree.
There are a ton of pine trees all around, and there's only one willow tree.
God damn it, Tria.
Well, my bad.
Do we also see any farm animals out on this walk that we've done here?
Unmilked farm animals?
No.
Oh my God.
No, you don't see any.
They're all milked, huh? Fuck.
Found it. Well, now that we've got this here switch for spankings, if you're bad, Aaron, we should head back to that prison and see if Olivia's gone.
Yeah, well, and keep an eye out for sheep on the way.
Is there...
Yes.
Yeah, is there a way that we can sneak behind the prison and see if there's any of those classic Western bars windows?
I'll Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
There's always little windows. If you want to go ahead and make me a stealth check, if you want to sneak, if you just want to walk casually, then that's fine as well.
Stealth for show.
Stealth.
God, I kid you not. I have rolled 6 1s.
That's your next.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's insane.
Burn it.
That's my everyday.
Yeah, so I didn't do so well.
Tria, stop singing that song while we're trying to walk up to this prison.
Yeah, that's a 3 on my stealth. So
The song's catchy, though.
it is damn catchy. You know what song it was?
Yeah, it was.
The shanty.
It was the old shanty of.
The one that goes. Oh,
Actually,
we can
it's
go up.
no,
Oh, we
it's
can go up. Oh wait.
No, that's not the one. It's not actually a shanty. It's a shanty, and I believe in life after
Oh,
love.
shanty. Oh, it's good.
Is that a
Shanty?
Is that a shining god hymn?
Yeah, she sings songs with the Sunshine Band.
No, it was actually Firework by Katy Perry. Yeah.
A good one too.
Yeah.
The Shining God would approve.
Yeah. And so, with a 3, I stealth.
Yeah, and I got an 8. Henley got an 8.
I rolled an 18 on stealth.
This whole conversation is happening like while you're behind the sheriff's station. Like you're having this conversation, and you look, and the little alley between the corner store and the sheriff's station, you see there is 2 little barred windows.
I apparently I stomp up to them.
Yeah, can we peer inside?
Can we reach him?
They are about 7 feet up, so someone will have to boost someone.
I can boost both of you at the same time.
Perfect.
Wow, that sounds good to me.
I climb on your shoulders.
Nice.
I climb on his shoulder.
No. One shoulder of mine each. I don't think he can take it. He's a small fella.
Do you want to make me a strength check if you want to hold both of them up?
I would love to.
Okay.
15 total.
Yeah, you got this.
Yeah, I'm just balancing both of them. What you guys see?
Yeah, what do we see?
It's really dark in here.
You look in there. Which of you has dark vision?
That'd be me.
Not.
All right, so what?
I do, but I just see booties.
Aaron has the dark vision. Duck vision.
So you look into there, and inside the sheriff's office, you can see it's this old wooden floor. You see there are these, it looks like 2 cells that are together, and there's just some bars in between them that are separating them. You see there are 2 gnomes that are just sitting on the ground in one of these cells, the one you're at, and they're playing X's and O's. There's so many games of X's and O's all over this one. And you see over in the corner, there's actually a bed with like a few things, like a dresser, a desk. It smells faintly of incense in here. You can see that there was a little incense burner, but it's all completely done. And one of the gnomes looks up going, "Oh, wow, hi."
Hello.
Hey, is it Holly or is it Jolly?
I'm Holly Jolly.
I'm Jolly Holly.
Well,
Yeah.
perfect. We are so happy
Yay.
to see you. Well, I am not happy to see you. I can't see you, but I'm happy to hear you, I should say.
Yes, and I can see you fine.
This is so nice having visitors, because we're going to die soon.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, great.
What did the 2 of you do?
Oh, wow, what didn't we do? We went and
Yeah.
we tried to summon Outer God, and wouldn't you know, can't use soy milk, accidentally summoned a night gun into the town square, got 2 people killed.
Ah, well, that'll do it.
Crazy.
Fools of a toque.
Nice.
I say we need real milk, and he just wants soy milk.
It was good, though. It was fun.
Okay.
Only good in stews, I always say.
So you guys performed the ritual. Where did the ritual have to be performed?
Right at the egg, apparently, but we just did it at that well. It seemed like a good idea.
You've got to do it at the egg.
Oh, is that egg you've been going on about?
It seemed like, we thought it was the well or the ocean, and
Tria, these 2 are fools. Ask them about the book. Where's the book?
Okay, all right.
The text.
So, were you just doing this off of your own wit, or did you have something to tell you, to guide you?
And why did water need to be involved?
well, we used the instructions in the book. And, well, we thought like maybe it was in the well or maybe the ocean because those seem like kind of weird places. And I guess that wasn't entirely right. But that blue elf took it. They have the book.
The blue elf. Oh.
Was that the one in rags?
Blue elf.
Was that the one in rags?
The one in rags wasn't blue.
Oh, thank God.
Wait, but the one that like came and screamed in our face?
That was the one in rags.
Oh. Okay. What the blue elf. Okay, well I guess gosh, that's really unfortunate. What so you needed milk, right? And then was that all you needed or was there anything else?
And which one of you was the X's?
We need to know who won all the games, probably. I can't see them.
They were playing X's and O's. Oh, I love that game.
I'm winning all of them.
He's cheating.
He looks like a cheater.
What else was there's a third item. I can't remember it, but it's in that book. That blue elf should have it though. He looked like a priest.
Oh, shit. He was a blue elf priest, huh? And it was...
Henley's like punching the wall, like, come on.
Hey, you, where's that book?
You could see some stirring right now happening in the bed. Stupid gnomes, go to bed.
Who is stirring?
It's a
Is it Marvin?
bed that's over by the desk. It looks like the sheriff is living here.
Listen, Trianor, you might want to keep your voice down.
Roger that.
Who's Roger? Is he in there too?
Hey, you too. Be quiet.
So, Holly, Jolly.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine the two of you would like to get out of here, right?
Sure.
Oh, well, unfortunately, I don't think we can help you.
Okay, that's fine.
Right, guys?
I mean, they said the book was taken by the blue elf, correct?
Well, I'm not going to help them. They got some people killed.
Yeah, they were dumb.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
dumb indeed.
Yeah, good idea. Who needs these two, right?
But if they are...
Wow, that got steep.
If they were trying to... if they were trying to summon the Shining God, I mean, if something, I mean, or a gift from the Shining God, then maybe we could help them after said event.
Yeah, maybe.
But probably not.
All right, well, Holly, Jolly, it was a pleasure.
Henley starts backing away with them onto my shoulders.
Praise be.
Praise be.
Praise be.
Oh, you didn't want to find that book then?
Praise be.
The blue elf priest.
Oh.
Tell me, please, Sir Henley, can you just move me forward one last time?
Oh, of course.
Holly, really quick, where did you see the blue elf go?
Out the door.
Which door? I'm sorry.
That one right there.
Oh, right out the front door. Got it.
Yeah.
You know anything about them? Any valuable information?
Well, there's like one church in this town, so they're probably there.
They said they look like a priest.
Okay, perfect. Adios.
And I back
fun.
away again. Okay, and I'm looking up at my shoulders. All right, guys, to the church.
Yes, carry us that way.
I put an X here.
God damn it, you won again.
I'm so jealous of them. I've been itching to play a game. When this is all over, how about a game of X's and O's?
You're on. I call X's.
Guys, we could just head back now and we can start playing in the room.
There's no time for that.
Why not?
We've got a pine tree, and all we need is milk and a book.
Well, the book will tell us more. I think we're still missing one more thing.
That's why it's the last thing we need.
Oh, you think the book is the thing?
Of
And it
course.
can't wait till morning.
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, until MOURN, yes.
That's very foreboding, mate.
Also, I have an 8 in intelligence. I don't know if I could spell that well.
Oh, you just think morning is spelled the same.
That was a real meta
Yeah.
joke there. All right, yeah, let's head over to this church. How about I put you two down? I'm getting tired.
I prefer it up here.
I kind of want to stay.
Let's go. Now listen, guy, I can give a pretty frightful presence. I think we should just... What's our game here? I think we've done the sneaky sneak, and that doesn't work too well.
At least for one of us.
Shall I take the lead on this one?
Yeah, actually, I've got an idea.
Let's hear it.
I want to cast Enhance Ability on Sir Hanley.
Henley.
I want to cast Enhance Ability on you.
Handsy.
And so I want to cast Bull's Strength in the hopes that you get even more strong and look more intimidating. And hopefully we'll get an advantage on your Intimidate.
Unfortunately, charisma is what you use for intimidation.
Fact. But you
Huh?
didn't hear me say bull's strength. You heard me say fox's cunning.
Ah.
Yeah. So, nope,
which
I mean eagle's splendor. No, eagle's splendor. Sorry.
I was gonna say we're going on a roller coaster ride here.
I'm gonna be smart yet. I can
So-
finally read.
Eagle, so you're like bulking up, and then you get real wise,
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
and then finally you look like an eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's. Yeah. So we look for this church
Holy.
here.
Turn that man into an eagle.
He's a little Rory now.
All right. So I'll mark that.
Listen to ChasmQuest if you want to get that church. Yeah. I'm just gonna plug us as much as possible, man.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
should. You should be. Yeah. So you look out. There is a church of Talos. So you see, there is a large church of Talos, and it is in this town square. It has these wooden walls, large double doors, a couple windows. A lightning bolt symbol is on the front of it, just above the set of double doors. It's probably around 11:30 right now, if you had to take a guess.
Okay.
Oh, the doors are not open, I'm assuming.
You could try.
I try the door.
Yeah, it opens.
Ooh. All right, let's walk on in.
All right.
Small town living.
Are there lights on?
No.
Ooh.
Yeah, we saunter on in
Yeah, let's do it.
as if we're praying.
You walk into this place, and you see it's pretty worn in here. There are a few sets of pews that lead up to the front. There is a large podium. It has that same symbol on this podium as well. You see there's a door in the back that is just to the left of the podium.
Yeah, I head over to the door, but I have a hand on my maul, just in case.
Okay.
I'm being very perceptive.
So is this one of your churches then?
Well, right now they have something for our church, so we're just gonna commandeer this church for a little bit.
This is our church now.
I mean, the Church of the Shining God is this world. Is this church within this world?
So isn't all churches of Shining?
Clouds, churches,
It's
Benjamins.
Don't think, just do. That's what I always say.
Makes sense to me.
Draw your blade, though, in case somebody thinks this isn't our church.
Right. Yeah.
Well, sure. I suppose I could do that. I pull out my rapier and I pull out my buckler shield.
Nice.
And do you have your maul out as well, Sir Henley?
I have my hand on the hilt.
So you're marching into this place. Your steps are clunking on the wood as you move in. And you make it to this back door. And do you open it up?
I want to cast mage armor on myself right now.
So you feel this magical glow, it spreads over you, and this almost translucent armor. It appears over Trianor. So you open up the door.
Yes.
You see in the back here, there is a little kitchenette. There is a bottle of wine that's been opened and a wine glass. You see it goes a little further into a seating area, and there is an elven man who is sitting on a pillow, just in a meditative state. You could tell he's in his reverie right now. And just to the side of him, there is a black book.
Oh, there it is. Finally.
His eyes snap open as he looks just startled. What? Who are you? Who are you people? Then he grabs the book and just stands up.
I am Sir Henley. These are my friends here. No need for introductions. But you just need to know that book was taken from me, and I am so happy that I finally came about it.
Why do you have your sword out? What? Am I being robbed? Are you honestly robbing a priest in his temple?
Robbing, no. I am simply getting back what was taken from me, and information we've gathered has brought us here. We just came in to get that book back, and we will be on our way.
This book is
Hey, can I have some of that wine?
no, and this book is dangerous. I refuse to let you have it.
That is exactly why we are here, actually. We are here to collect the book, bring it back to Neverwinter to have it destroyed.
It must be destroyed, and I have a 22 on my deception check.
I really want some of that wine.
I rolled a nat 20 on deception.
I rolled a nat 1.
Yes!
Sir, I am so sorry.
You have to understand why I would feel so threatened after seeing this.
You would understand why we'd have to appear threatening in order to get this book back. If it fell into the wrong hands, who knows what kind of evil could be conjured.
Exactly. It must be destroyed.
Yeah, the last couple killed some people.
Yeah.
Fiendish.
I can't read much of the text in here, just the title. It's
Oh, don't even try to read it.
Oh, don't try. I can't read at all. Therefore, I have been the safest man to be on this journey, such as a halfling taking a dangerous ring to a lava pit. You know, it makes sense. The least person that could use it would take it.
why don't you just ride some eagles?
Oh, yeah.
That would make things easier, but
Shit.
a DM's a DM.
All right, well, sir, could you please put your sword away? I'll give you the book.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, Aaron, he just likes doing little tricks every now and again.
Yeah, I like flashing my metal.
Well, here is the book. The texts of rituals and things that shouldn't be uttered and other such nonsense.
It's quite a mouthful.
Do not even utter the title. It's all nonsense.
Well, thank you. We should get
go.
back.
We
Yep.
should get this back so it can be destroyed.
Yep.
You've done us a good service. What was your name?
My name is Teltheus.
You have saved many, many lives, Teltheus.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll be on our way.
You know, I didn't know about you two at first, but now I'm starting to like you. We're going to save a lot of people, I believe.
Yep. We most certainly are.
We are. Yep.
He brushes himself off and he goes to sit back at his pillow. Please close the doors on your way out.
Of course.
Of course, that ocean breeze is a blustering out there. Nearly pushed me out a window.
Yeah, hey you, I'm taking this wine.
I guess.
All right, that's my man right there.
He's a cool dude. All right.
He just looks a little annoyed, like he's trying to settle back into his reverie.
All right.
All right, peace out,
Adios.
Girl Scout.
And
After we shut the door and get out of the church, I'm like, guys, it fucking worked. I can't believe
Man,
that worked.
that was
man. That was
great,
awesome.
dude.
Remember that time I said concha? It was so cool.
it was awesome, dude.
All giggling outside the church, like, just like 14 years old, and you like snuck through someone's yard. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And we're flipping through the book like, oh my god, it's so cool.
One thing that actually surprises you, Sir Henley, is that if you can't read, you can definitely read this book. And you can read it as well, Trianor.
The words are coming up clear.
Wow, I've never been able to read. I've always said pirates instead of private. You know?
It's a very specific example.
But now, in this moment, I can read this book.
You know what? You haven't.
There's a lot of rituals in here. It's like how to grow hair on the bottom of your foot. Or do you want to enlarge just one eye? Or maybe your nostrils aren't working quite well. What if you could smell the universe?
These are all useful, but we need a specific one.
And you finally make it to this one ritual that looks like it's been open for quite a bit. It says, so, you want to summon an outer god.
That's us.
That's perfect.
It's like it's speaking to us.
And it seems just super casual, like a lot of the writing in here. It's like, yeah, you just want to make sure that you're near the egg as close as you can be to have the best effect. You can be a bit away.
Like those the recipe websites from Pinterest where they like spend 45 minutes talking about their cat's aunt and like
Yeah, they're trying to get their SEO
Yeah.
up and going, you know, like they really need that good rating.
Oh, sorry, that coffee stain was Tidbit walking over my papers again.
Can I read it?
When you look at the book, none of it makes sense.
I shut it in front of Aaron. I said, not for you.
I don't really care. It looks like a bunch of rubbish anyway. I can't even read it.
Would you like to read it, though?
Kind of, but I don't know the language, obviously.
All you have to do is devote your life to the shining god.
he's right.
Ah, that's it?
True power, and remember, streets of gold.
All the streets. See this shitty street we're on right here? Imagine it gold.
Be yours.
I can read other things fine. I'm just going to continue
He can read.
to read the things I've been reading. How's that sound?
Okay, all right.
Look, I'll keep my mind open, but this is getting a little weird.
To each his own, yeah.
Aaron pulls out Pride and Prejudice. Deep in.
Boring.
Just trying to figure out where this love triangle is going.
Yeah.
Henley says boring out loud, but he's read it like 5 times.
Yeah. I was like, have you gotten to the part
It was
with
the
Cecilia?
only book in the prison cell.
It's just like, I remember that. You're opening up this book once more and going through this ritual, and it talks about walking through the forest in the fall, how it always reminded them of home and childhood, and you finally make it to the part where it has the ingredients and what to do. So it has a newly formed pine tree branch is required.
Bingo.
1 cup of fresh milk, anything but soy.
Check.
Not check.
I mean, that's so specific. Like, why did they use soy milk?
And it says, well, we use soy milk because, well, when we first tried soy milk, there was an issue that turns out the Far Realms doesn't react well with soy-based products.
Oh.
But other products seem to be okay, including things like coconut milk, oat milk, and stuff. Just, it really has a problem with soy.
Soy intolerant.
Are there baristas around?
Yeah.
Anyone with some oat milk?
If there was, they would have made themselves known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Fact.
And they would have had that denim apron on.
Right.
A lot of fancy mustaches.
And there's a third ingredient on there that you were unaware of.
What is it? What does it say?
It says, a heart filled with sorrow. And a little, note beside it in someone else's writing, literal or figuratively.
Aaron, you've been sad before.
Why would you bring that up?
Just curious. You were talking about the shitty farm that you lived on. How sad were you about that farm?
It wasn't that bad, mate.
Oh. Okay. Good. You know what I want?
But you said something about your parents dying, and that's why
That's
you
true.
left,
That's
right?
right.
You're an old man.
No, my parents are fine. They're back in water deep.
Gosh, you just...
They're deep in water. Have they drowned?
No. You have such sorrowful eyes. Tell me about why you're so sad.
Tell me you're sorrowful.
Oh, well, I didn't know it was showing that much, but I don't know. 7 years ago, a girl I was with died. Got ran over by a cart of tomatoes.
Son of a bitch.
Let's just stew with that, like the
Oh,
fish stew we had earlier.
We need to remember. What was her name?
Oh, her name was Cooper.
Cooper.
Leslie Cooper.
Leslie.
Was
Cooper.
she a trooper?
She was beautiful,
I
I'm
bet
sure.
she was a real trooper by the end.
Yeah, she was quite a looker, but her eyesight was awful.
Well, who needs eyes when you look like that?
How
am I
did
right?
that factor into the story?
Well, she walked right into the road. Tomato cart.
You know what? That will
Everywhere.
never happen on our golden roads.
I can't eat tomatoes to this day.
Wow, that
I
is
think there was tomato in the stew.
quite a sorrowful. Oh, yeah, that's right. There were. Yes.
Oh, think about that.
Think-
Yes, how
really-
sad that is.
really
Relive that
stew on
moment.
that.
Oh, and I'm just chugging this wine bottle.
Yes, perfect.
All right.
Yes.
The rain starts to fall.
Yes.
And
It's
just-
only on Aaron, though. It's like just one
Yeah.
cloud.
You too. You weren't there. It was awful.
It's all coming together. All right.
And now we just need that damn milk.
Okay, where's... Oh, shit.
Let's go back to Marvin.
Okay.
I bet he's got milk.
As you're walking back, it's not a very large town, so it takes like 2 minutes to walk across this town square. But something catches all of your eyes in the rain. You see this hair and beard both whip back. You look over as you see Marvin dancing in the rain. This beautiful dance. It catches your eyes. You stop in your tracks and you watch as this dance takes you through a story. You see as Marvin is dancing along, you can somehow pick up that he always wished to be a dancer and he wanted to go to the big city. And as he's twirling and jumping and leaping, his beard flapping in the rain, his baby blue onesie with these fluffy clouds on it, he spins once more, dashing to the side. You could tell, oh no, someone in his family died. Whoa, the sorrow. And he spins again and leaps into the air. He's been reborn as Marvin of Marvin's Marvelous Meals. And he finds something. Joy, love. Kind of love that you get from working the job that you never knew you were meant to do.
I was really hoping he'd found milk.
And his dance ends as he spins, and he does a jump and spins 3 times in the air, landing in front of the 3 of you gracefully. Sorry about that. I like to do moon dancing. Something I made up.
You look like you're sad about something.
I was, but then I found peace.
Oh,
Everybody is just dancing in the moonlight these
I
days.
found this bottle of wine.
Dancing in the moonlight.
Well...
Oh, that was
it-
the shanty you were
It seems...
singing earlier.
It seems as though you have found your joy and peace. What is it in this tavern here? Is that what it is?
Marvin's Marvelous Meals changed me, and I found out I could still dance under the light of the moon.
Now that I can get on. Tell me more about this moon stuff.
Wow.
Everyone just dances during the day, but nobody dances at night.
Well, that seems a bit off. I'd dance anytime.
But do you remember dancing at night?
Never, no.
There it is.
Son of a bitch.
You got him.
Come on in, get you guys a drink.
T, I believe we've hit the BOGO. Buy one,
Yeah.
get one free.
I think...
2 for the price of 1.
Well, here's my thought. We burned down the tavern. He is full of sorrow again. Bing, bang, boom. Heart full of sorrow. We carve it out of his chest.
Well, first we need that milk.
Fuck.
Guys, why are you not including me into your
You are right.
conversation?
Come here, come here.
Are there any midwives in this town?
Oh my God. You are so smart.
I am a brilliant man when I can be.
Yes.
What is it? You gonna deliver a baby?
We are talking about getting some delicious milk.
Oh. Ew. Oh. Come on.
Well, first let's ask our friend Marvin here if he happens to have any other than soy in his establishment. Marvin,
Yeah.
do you happen to have any fresh milk about you? That's what gives me joy and releases all my sorrow.
Oh, you guys.
He sets 3 beers in front of you as he sits down at the table. Well, I don't, but I think Preston does. He runs the corner store. Yeah, he bakes all the time, so he's got to have milk.
You two really know how to kill a buzz. I'm gonna give my beer to them. I'm gonna sober up.
I'll take mine for the road and head over to the corner store. Might be
Well, it's like midnight. I think he's asleep.
Oh, yes, you're right.
I feel I must sober up. You saw me fly out that window in a drunken stupor.
Maybe you should go lie down. Your dog is snoring real loud.
Oh no, that's us.
That's a fantastic onesie, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I make onesies on the side.
Very fine craftsmanship. Is that wool?
Yeah.
Boys, I got milk on the mind. I will be right back. I don't mean to be a buzzkill. You, Aaron, have both of my beers and just keep thinking about Koopa.
I'm not gonna drink them. Listen, I'm getting kind of tired. Why do we gotta do all this tonight?
I'll be right back.
I'm like looking at the door as Sir Henley is walking out. And I'm looking up at the room and I yawn. All right, you know what? Let's go to sleep.
Now we're talking. Yes.
Yeah, we'll just do this tomorrow morning.
To the super bed. Let's go.
Yes, super bed.
Okay. Have fun.
Okay, so we go to the super bed.
All right. You get on there. It's really comfortable. Like, this bed's actually really nice.
We super sleep.
I lay right down.
Yeah, you two just crash. Sir Henley.
Yes.
You once more walk out into the rain, and you see the sign swinging that says Preston's Corner. It's right beside the sheriff's office.
You can see my demeanor has changed. Like, there's no one out here. There's, like, no one. Like, as soon as I shut the door behind me from the tavern, my shoulders kind of slunk. My eyes become much more hollow and vacant at the thought of achieving this last ingredient. And I beeline it to Preston's goods, and I test the front door.
The front door is locked.
Kick it open.
I break the lock with my hand.
Make me a strength check.
I just rolled a natural 1. It's a real slippery.
Your kneecap
handle.
explodes.
You go to hit this handle, and you kind of hit it with your wrist, and it hurts. You take 2 points of damage, and you're like, damn it.
Oh!
And the lock is totally fine.
There's only one ingredient standing between me and the shining god. I must make it through this door. But I cannot make too much noise. I will use my maul to knock the handle off.
Sure. Roll to hit.
17.
So you smash this handle. It's a handle. You have a maul. It's not going to make it.
Right.
This sound just like rings out as you just break this handle right off, and the door just creaks open.
All right, I know I don't have too much time, so I'm going to just quickly pace in, try to keep, my steps light, but I'm just beelining it for some milk. And I have dark vision.
So you are going through here. Make me an investigation check.
Oh, damn. Yes! I rolled a 19 minus 1, 18.
Yes.
The shining god has smiled upon me.
You enter into this place, and you see there are just a couple rows, just like a bunch of general goods that are in the store that they have lined up. And at the back, it looks like there's a little counter and some breads and stuff that are covered with a blanket or a sheet or whatever. And you go around the counter, and you open a door into the back, and it immediately opens up into this kitchen. Mm-hmm. And you're looking around through here, and you quickly find an ice box. You open it up, and you see there are little jars of all sorts of kinds of milk. A lot of soy, some cow, some goat.
I take as much of the cow and goat as I can.
You said your passive perception is 13?
Correct.
As you're about to leave, you look over, and you see there are a lot of these open crates that are back here. They just look like they're completely empty. They must have been opened actually quite recently. Some stuff has been moved out of the way to have them out. And this back door is kind of creaked open. And as you're looking a little more at it, suddenly the ground all over starts to shake. There is a rumbling all around. Items are falling off. Plates are shattering around you. Everyone in the town feels this as though the earth itself is shaking and shifting underneath them. this large, strange moan is heard coming up from the ground.
It's a purple worm.
And you can hear screams and shouts of people. People are running out of their houses to come see what's going on. The windows start shattering on houses. Right near while you're in Superbed, the window shatters in.
Superman!
Benji!
No! Benji!
The dog just howls. Each of you have time for one round of actions. What do you do? You're all awake.
Oh, we wake up. Okay, so we're just shaking in bed,
Yeah.
and the window broke.
You hear this moan coming from outside.
I want to cast mirror image on myself.
Okay. And do you move anywhere? You're just in this room right now. There's a shattered window.
Yes, I cast mirror image on myself, and you said there's a shattered. I then want to, as gracefully as I can, jump out the window.
All right, make me an acrobatics.
And Benji's like, more friends? More pets?
So that's a 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I run to the window and do the same. I jump right out.
All right, do the same.
Cool. Natural 20. I do 6 flips this time.
It doesn't even make sense on how much airtime you get, and you make it down, landing perfectly as you watch where Trianar jumps out the window, but kind of leaps
Salmon
forward.
flops. I definitely salmon flop. Yeah.
Season 2 spoiler.
And you take 4 points of damage as you just slap into this mud.
All right, perfect.
I was gonna see if he would let me run out the back and try to catch you, but there's a purple worm coming out of the ground. Yeah.
You're too far away. And what do you do, Sir Henry?
Am I the one with the book?
Yes.
I believe I am. I look to see what the last ingredient is.
Sorrow-filled heart.
Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Okay, then I just put. For some reason, I thought I didn't read it and was like, I'm in a grocery store, may as well get everything I need while I'm here. No, I run the fuck out of that grocery store, and I run back to the tavern looking for my friends.
So you run into the town square. You see your friends are there. One of them on the ground, one of them sort of crouched like a superhero pose.
Yes.
And you see they're looking over at the well, and you turn yourself to go see what's happening. And there is this sickly, yellowish, greenish light that is coming from the well, and it lasts for about maybe 2 seconds before it fades away. And all these people are coming outside going what's going on? You see the priest Altheus comes outside. You see Olivia comes out once more with her axe out, just bewildered. You see the 2 guards of Waterdeep come running in. They just must have been just outside the town, and they come running in with weapons drawn, and a bunch of people are looking around.
It must be the dark one that and I point at Holly Jolly and Jolly Holly that they tried to summon.
So you point at the sheriff's station?
Yeah, and those gnomes must have be responsible for this.
All right. People are likely to believe you because they're already super mad at them.
Nice.
And they have summoned a monster, so you can roll with advantage.
All right. So that would be 16 plus 5, so 21.
Oh, yeah. People are eating it up. Those fucking gnomes! We gotta kill them!
Yeah, kill him! There's 7 people said kill him.
Let's kill him right now! Altheus is looking, perhaps because they were the casters of the ritual, the spell is still going until they're slain. And Olivia looks at her axe and looks back there, and the 2 guards, they give each other a nod, I think it's time.
Oh, hold on.
Well, let's just see how this plays out.
You haven't heard of the Towdy Boys? That was terrible. It is perhaps something that was summoned in this here well. Is this where the spell was cast, as we are to understand?
Olivia walks forward. Yeah, the the creature came out. I killed it, but not before it killed Tom and Sandra's kids.
Oh,
That's just sad.
that's very sad.
That's just.
Where do they live, perchance, in case we need to get to, say hi to them? They
Pay
just
our
lost their
respects.
children. We should pay our respects
yes,
to them.
I'm sure they're full of sorrow.
Oh, they're just over on like First Street, just
Fir-
over there. That's not important.
no.
We're talking about this spell.
Well, we're just here
Hey,
to protect everyone, and so maybe we should go investigate in the well.
Hey, Goliath. And the other one?
It's Asimar.
Asimar. Why don't we take a peek? What do you think?
Yeah, let us investigate a little bit before chopping gnomes' heads off.
Yeah, you two stay over here. I'm not going to lose my gold over this.
Well, maybe chop one gnome's heads off, and
Cool it, trio. Try. Sorry.
I might have thought it was a good idea.
Stay here.
They're the happiest little ones ever. It would do us no good.
Well, then off the X guy. He's really good at that game.
That's true. Then
Yeah.
we could be champions.
Yeah, well, then we could be. They'll just have him axe that guy.
As Goliath steps forward, those gnomes have until sunrise. If you don't figure out anything, then we're going to have to slay them.
No, fair enough. You make the rules, big man.
Yeah. In fact, go ahead and show us you're serious and knock one of them out now.
What the hell is wrong with you?
They're locked up right now. We don't have to do such a thing.
Yes, do what you like. They killed people. Let them have what they got coming.
All right,
Right.
you still have those bed sheets, right?
You talk about these? Yeah, of course.
We're going down, boys.
Wait, why? Hold on. Sidebar. And this time I quietly say to you, why are we going down there?
There was a weird mystical glow.
Well, yeah, but I don't even know that we have to go down there. I thought we just have to collect all the items.
I checked the book to see if it says anything about the location of the egg.
It says try to be as close to the egg as you can for best results, but there can be some distance.
Where is the egg? Do we know that?
You don't.
Oh, it's probably down the well.
That's why I'm trying to get us done.
Let's go down the well. All right.
Okie dokie.
All right. And unshun.
Unshun, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a big shining thing. There's a shining god.
All right, yeah, we'll go down and investigate. Go ahead and off one of the gnomes. We'll be right back.
Aaron, why don't you tie the knots this time? The last time, this guy got me, my hand all mismatched in it, and I fell out the window.
So you're telling me you're coming with me now?
Yeah.
Well, you can investigate first if you want, but we need to be down there.
I'm absolutely investigating first. You two need to stay here for just a second. I'm going to check this out. I can't have you two getting off.
Okay.
Yeah, but we don't want to lose sight of you in case you get gobbled up by a mystical beast.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really sweet of you.
Yeah, we will hold why don't we just set it up right now? Everyone, you can go back to your business.
We care for your heart full of sorrow.
I'm over it now.
No.
No,
really dig into that.
You remember that tomato cart?
Yeah, see, yeah. Really tap into that. We care for you.
You're playing with me.
Not at all. We're just trying to give you something to live for.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So go ahead. Let's go investigate.
Sure, let's go.
Olivia will go and she'll rush in. She'll bring back a rope, an actual rope, and be like, this is a rope, but I don't know what you're going to do with that well. There's water at the bottom, right? Like,
I don't trust ropes. We've got
Ropes are for nerds, all right? We've got sheets.
okay.
Just kidding. We'll take it.
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea.
Thanks, Olivia.
You're smart.
You're the best. Hey, have you had something sad happen in your life?
Yeah, my friends died when I was adventuring, but that's just how it goes.
Perfect. I mean, that's terrible. Why don't you come along with us, Olivia?
Well, no. She could stay here and back up the townsfolk in case they need help. And I have a list going in my notes of just all the sorrowful hearts.
Hey, we've got the moon dancer. We've got Olivia.
We've got Pete and Ted.
Oh,
their
yeah, Tom.
children.
Yeah,
Tom. Yeah.
Tom and Sandra.
Sandra, they lost their children. They're on First Street.
Yeah.
And then if we burn down the tavern, we got
We got so
Marvin.
much milk, and look at this. This whole entire forest is pine trees, with the exception of the one willow.
We've got our branch. We got our milk.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, let's go.
All right, I'm gonna take a look. Let's look down there.
Yeah, we use the rope.
All right, so you glance down at the well. It goes down probably about 15 feet, and then it hits water. You see the water it's kind of like moving back and forth because everything was just shaking. So it's moving a little bit.
It's a bit sloshy.
Do you see any eggs?
No, I can't really see an egg, but eggs don't really float.
Are we just like lowering him down slowly?
You can. While you're at the well, the priest comes over, Taltheus. Oh, you're the demon hunters, right, for that work in Neverwinter?
Yeah, my favorite band. That's a deep cut.
He reaches into his robes and he produces a potion for each of you.
Oh,
I don't know what could be down there. This should help you breathe in the water, though.
Taltheus.
What?
Hand it here. I'll take one of those.
Well,
Well, I know you all are professionals who deal with this kind of thing often, so I figured if anyone should go check it out, it should be you.
Oh yes, I've done this thousands of times.
That is perfect. I literally just ran out of water breathing potion. You are a lifesaver.
You kept using them for that one creek where you swore to everyone, you're like, I can catch a fish with my hands.
You're like, I can swim across the
just
channel.
couldn't.
Watch me.
Don't believe me? Watch.
As I
How's I supposed to know I get tired halfway?
as I take the potion, I say, Taltheus, there's no way I could repay you, and it must sorrow your heart so much to lose these potions, does it?
No, I'm fine. I make these all the time.
All right, well, I'll take the potion. Thank you, Taltheus. You are probably the goodest of us all.
Right.
I pop the top and start guzzling.
It tastes
No.
gross. Your lungs feel a little weird, and then you're okay.
I do the same thing.
He just-
After I see him be okay, then I do it.
What is this? This is worse than soy milk.
He's just dry heaving the whole way down.
Yeah, sorry. It's made with a lot of stuff from the ocean. It's not a pleasant blend, but it works.
Is there crab in here?
Yep.
Ugh.
Yep. Just the shell, though. Just the shell.
I pull the shell out between my teeth.
I'm allergic to just the shell. Damn it. Just
Well,
kidding.
Sorry, this is going to suck for you.
All right.
He nods to the three of you and says, well, I got to go back to the temple, but if you need anything, just please let me know.
What if we don't need anything?
Well, then, best of luck.
Has anyone come to you like real sad about stuff lately?
Well, Tom and Sandra, of course, they just lost their kids.
Hey, you two, wrap it up. Let's get in this thing.
All right,
Yeah.
bye.
Send them down the well. Okay.
And so we keep lowering Aaron into the waters below.
So the two of you working together, you don't have to worry about it. Aaron, while you're going down here, you're slowly being lowered. You notice a few claw marks that start about halfway and go up. This must have been where the creature was summoned, and those two gnomes. And you keep going down further and further until you hit the water. The water looks quite dark, and make me a perception check.
It looks like I got a 15.
So you are going down into this water, and you feel it sort of like start going up. And it's the middle of autumn, so it's a little chilly, but it's not too bad.
Huh.
And you notice movement. You put your head underwater, and first breathing this water, it feels so weird because your body's saying, nope, don't do this. But then you feel this strange coating in your lungs, almost like makes you want to cough at first, but then you realize you're okay. You're breathing the water just fine. And you look around here, and it is all this beautiful, brightly colored coral that is in this open chamber. You see there's this bioluminescent moss that's all over, and these 4 women are all swimming around you, singing. And make me a wisdom saving throw.
That is a natural 20 with a +1. What do I have on a wisdom save? Okay, it's 21.
They're singing, and at first it sounds so amazing. And you start blinking your eyes a little bit, and one of them kind of bumps into you, and it scratches you just a bit. You don't take any damage, but like you see a little scratch, some of your blood goes into the water. And it kind of snaps you out of this reverie, and you look at all of them, and what you actually see is their skin is molted, and it looks like it's just these flaps upon flaps. It looks like a human body that's been in the water for too long. Their hair is all tangled and matted and flailing around them. Their eyes are empty and hollow, these just like large bulbs in their heads, and their teeth are sharp. Their nails are actually like bent into claws, and they're swimming around you singing. They don't realize that you haven't fallen for their song yet.
You think he's doing okay down there? Multiple tugs means he's doing fine.
Yeah, he's probably totally fine.
Cool. Let's just see.
Here,
how
you
this-
know what? You got this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want some milk?
I'm gonna go grab some milk. I'm pretty thirsty.
Yeah, I've got it right here.
What? I prefer soy milk.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be right back.
What is your AC, Aaron?
My AC is 16.
Make me an opposed athletics check.
13.
So, Sir Henley, while you're holding on to this rope, you suddenly feel this sharp tug
Whoa.
as you see Aaron is just dragged into the water. And Aaron, these 4 all come up swimming and circling, and they realize their song's not doing anything to you. And they hiss at you. Before you could try to start climbing up, they grab onto you and drag you into the water.
Did we tie the rope to his heart? You think we could just pull
That's
that
really
right
all we
back out?
need. I mean, that's really all we need.
I need initiative.
I do call out to try. I just imagine these things devouring him and me pulling up his skeleton, and it's just his heart in the center.
Did we
Thank
tie
you.
it to his heart?
I imagine I was pretty sorrowful there in the end.
It was real. They all look like Koopa.
I got a 10 on initiative.
I got a 5.
I got a straight 15.
All right, so we start off with Sir Henley.
All right, I'll attack one of them.
You're going to dive in.
I will throw a spear down. You said they kind of came to the surface of the water, right?
Yeah, you can see a lot of like splashing, and like sometimes you see Aaron's arm, sometimes you see like a weird clawed hand come up. So yeah, you can throw a spear into that.
Does my head ever pop up for just like a second?
Now and then, yeah.
You know what? If I'm going to throw my spear. There's 4 of them, 1 of him.
Yeah.
And chances are...
It's pretty likely you're gonna hit him.
Like, help me!
13 to try to hit one of them.
13 is a hit.
Yahoo!
Nice.
And unfortunately, I only do 4 points of damage.
So your face comes up, Aaron, and you get a breath of air, and it gets dragged down just as you watch this spear in like almost slow motion go just past your eyes and slam into one of them, and you hear this shriek reverberating through the water, and you all can kind of hear it outside. You see like the guards who were talking to Olivia like look over like, what the hell's going on? And they just saw like you throw a spear down into the water, and it goes to their turn. So
Holy shit!
they are all swimming furiously around Aaron, who's down there by himself. All right, so you get hit once.
Nice. I'll take it.
So one of them does 5 points of damage as it bites right into your side. And the other ones are trying to bite and claw, and you're kicking away as they're pulling you deeper and deeper into this water and shrieking at you. And it goes from there go to your turn, Aaron. So you are still being grappled at the moment.
I rip out my rapier as best I can, And I guess you said I'm grappled?
Yeah. So you can attack with disadvantage, or you could try to break the grapple and then attack.
All right, I'm going to go and break this thing. Try to break it with what is that, a strength save?
So you can use acrobatics or athletics, whichever you'd like.
Oh, okay. I like that. I'm going to use some acrobatics to do something crazy. That's a natural 1. 6.
So you're going and you're flailing and you're trying to attack them, and the sword gets knocked out of your hand, and you're watching it sink to the bottom of this cave.
Oh, shit.
Well, I know I'm not going to drown.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
And Trya and R.
Instead of walking, now I'm running towards the store.
Okay, so you run into that store. Little bell jingles.
No, I'm sorry. I'm running because you said the store was right next to the sheriff's office, right?
That's right.
Okay, so I'm running towards the store, and I look over my shoulder to see if Sir Henley is watching me.
I imagine he's like kind of glancing around, like you two were kind of talking.
Okay, so while he's like focusing on throwing his spear, I turn and run inside the sheriff's office and yell to the sheriff, we have to kill one of them. My friends are getting destroyed down in the well. You have to kill at least one of them. And I want to make a deception.
Yeah.
Because we're not your friends?
Ooh. That's what really kills Aaron down in the well.
Yeah. The
sorrow.
thought of not having friends. So that's a 12 deception.
All right. You know what? Let's just kill both of them, just to be sure.
No! Well, that's fine. I don't give a shit.
So they rush in there with you, and the guards open up the cells. The two gnomes are like, wow, I guess it's our time to go. And both of the guards just stab the gnomes and rip their blades out.
Yeah, they are dead now. Yes.
And as they fall into the ground, they say, we will soon see our shining god.
It'll be beautiful.
Yes.
And they just bleed out on the floor, and the guards are looking like, did it work? Did it stop the spell?
I don't know. I'm gonna go check, and if I still have any more movement, I'm gonna run back to the well.
Yeah, we'll say you can run back most of the way there. You're just like a couple feet away. It goes back to Sir Henley.
Nice.
And as Trya is getting up to me, I say, well, I just realized I only have one spear, so here I go. Or should we wait and see what happens?
See how this plays out?
You can totally wait if you want.
I'm gonna wait till after their turn.
Let's try pulling him up. Let's pull him out.
Okay,
let's
all
pull
right.
him out.
So I try pulling him out.
You pull up the rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have the rope now.
Oh, he is no longer attacking.
Oh, that's right. How are we gonna get the? Oh.
Yeah.
I guess I better dive in.
Or First Street, Tom and Sally.
Yeah, but the egg is down there. We'll have to go down there.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, and so I just do a
You still have the milk, right?
cannonball.
Make me an athletics.
You do it upside down.
What? Cannonball upside down?
Yeah, like it's just really bad.
Yeah. Oh. 17. I'm like plugging my nose and everything
Nice.
for no
Smart.
reason because I can breathe water.
Yeah.
I can breathe water, but I mean,
Yeah, you got this. You splash into the water. Displaces a bunch of it. Some of it comes splashing up. And as you sink down, you see the same scene that Aaron saw, this bright coral, the bioluminescence. You actually see over in the corner of this large cave is a tunnel that goes further down. And you see Aaron is pretty much covered by these 4 strange aquatic women that are just ripping him apart.
cool. Tell me about the tunnel.
The tunnel, it looks like it goes further down. It's pretty well worn. It looks like it was naturally carved. Or not naturally, unnaturally carved.
And it looks like it continues underwater.
Yep.
So if I were, yeah, okay. So it's not a point of escape because they could chase us. So I guess I'll try to free Aaron by attacking the one. I kind of want to grab both of them and then rip this horrible creature off of Aaron.
Okay, sure. Make an athletics check.
It's a 10 total.
They have disadvantage because they're already in a grapple. So you rip one of them right off of him, and it just like hisses and like goes away. Now there's only 3 on you, Aaron, and the rest now like are turning towards you.
Yes, 3 I can handle.
If you had your sword.
One more of them leaves Aaron to go attack Sir Henley, and so these 2 come up to you, Sir Henley. What is your AC?
16.
So one of them comes in to go bite, and you just shove it away, but it makes room for the other one to come in, and you take 9 points of damage as this thing bites right into you.
Whoa!
Yeesh.
Not good.
The 2 are biting down on you, Aaron, and same thing happens. You kick one in the face to push it away, but the other one goes and it bites your side, and you take 8 points of damage. You're watching your blood start to float into this water.
No. Sir Henley had the book, right?
Yeah, he has the book and the milk, and I believe you have the pine branch.
I do, yeah. Well, Taylor has the heart. I mean, Aaron.
He's the.
Aaron, it is your turn.
Okay, I try to break free with a... Do I add strength to this, I guess? Acrobatics, yeah. Oh, acrobatics, that's great. I got a 16 there.
I got a 1.
Ooh, I was going to win anyway.
Yeah. You kick it away, and it looks shocked that you managed to break out, even after you're bleeding so much.
Now that I can breathe, can I say things?
You could try.
Okay.
Yeah, it is just all bubbles coming out.
Murloc, dude.
That was a guess.
Murloc.
All right, then if I'm broken free, what do I have left? Do I still have a standard?
Yep.
Cool, I'm gonna attack this thing with my scimitar. That's a crit.
Yeah.
Crit. That's a crit.
Oh.
Let's go.
Roll percentile, because we actually have a critical hit table.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Wow. That looks like a 34.
34 is you do times 2 damage and knock them prone.
Times 2 and knock them prone. Let's go.
How we do criticals, your first die is maxed out because it doesn't make sense for a critical to ever do less damage than the potential max.
Sick. Okay, so that's a 6 plus a 1 plus 3. 10 points of damage, and they are prone.
We might be stealing that.
So this one gets slashed, and it's just like it gets disoriented, so it's kind of just swirling about a little strangely. And it was the one that had a spear in it, so now it is looking rough.
Nice. Guess who takes an action surge?
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
It's you.
It's me, and I do it again. Here we go. Ready? Oh, that's not great. 13?
Oh, that's their AC. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, sick. 1 plus 3. That's 4 points of damage.
It is still alive.
Still?
So it looks barely conscious. It's just kind of floating around. The scimitar's only a D6?
A scimitar is a D6. I use the fast character thing you asked me to use, and it is a D6. A rapier is a D8, but guess where that's at?
Yeah. That's so weird that a rapier does more damage than a scimitar.
I guess it's the difference between piercing and slashing, maybe? I don't know.
I guess. Okay. It goes from your go to Trianar.
All right, so I close the rest of the distance, and I dive in. Son of a bitch, man. That would be a 8.
An 8? Okay. So you dive into there, but you smack against the wall, taking 2 points of damage. A little bit of blood's on the wall, and you just slam into this water. A little head over heels, but you right yourself pretty quickly. especially since you can breathe under here.
Okay, and then I cast Ray of Frost.
Nice. Which one? There's one that looks like it's just about to die, and there's 3 that look pretty okay.
The just about to die, B-boy. 12. Oh, yeah, baby. That's 17.
Nice.
All right, and then I'll roll a D8 for damage.
You can't not kill this
Oh,
one.
it's perfect, because I did 7 points of damage.
You shoot this ray out, and suddenly the water gets a little cold near all 3 of you.
Yeah.
And you look as this thing turns and shrieks at Trianar, and then its face gets frozen. One of the other ones knocks into it, and its face just shatters off of its body.
Dead.
man.
That's pretty sorrowful.
That's pretty sorrowful.
Yeah, it's not having a good time, and neither are
Yeah.
its friends now. They're all super mad.
And hopefully super sad.
Is a dead heart sorrowful?
It could be filled.
I guess all the hearts would have to
Actually,
be dead.
well, yeah, maybe. Well, we might think about that. All right. That ends my turn, though.
It goes to Sir Henley. So there are 2 on you right now, and there's 1 on Aaron.
Well, was I still holding the one I ripped off? Or did it?
Yeah, if you want to be, sure.
I just want to kind of toss it into the water a little bit as I pull my maul out to destroy it.
Sure.
I'm going to expend 1 paladin spell slot to do Divine Smite.
Nice.
Ballad.
Yeah, that's a 9 to hit.
So this sickly yellowish light glows around your maul as you swing it underwater, but it is difficult to swing things underwater. You go sluggishly through, and the creature manages to swim around it, shrieking at you. The 2 of them come back at you, Sir Henley. One of them goes to come dive right at your face, and the other one was actually going to do the same thing, and they smash into each other right in front of you. I'll give you an attack of opportunity.
Nice.
I'm waving the 3rd one to go towards you.
A lot better, and I would, sorry, I meant to say that I was going to keep that. I was going to do another Divine Smite on it with this.
Sure.
And so that's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 19 points of damage.
Wow.
You swing this weapon, and the light of the shining god knocks right into it and just obliterates it. You see parts of it go flying everywhere. This arm goes and it kind of slaps you, Trianor. It's this all these parts are everywhere. These guts are just sailing about as this body starts slowly rising to the top.
Hell yeah.
Can I roar underwater and do an intimidation check?
Yes.
XD.
It's just a bunch of bubbles coming out because I got a whopping 6.
It's a rar.
I'm just like.
You go to breathe in, and you breathe in some of the chunks, and you're like.
I should have just, I should have just cut it off well. It was really cool.
Rawr.
Run away.
They looked like they were about to be intimidated, and they went, "Oh, never mind. We might still have this." Oh yeah, and the one that went for you, Aaron, it tried to swipe at you, but you managed to get out of the way of it. You're kind of learning how these things come in and attack you.
Heck yeah, I can swim.
And it goes to Aaron.
All right, it's time to man up. Really take this one down with another attack. Awesome. This one is it's a 16, so it hits. That's 7 points of damage with my scimitar with a slash again.
Nice.
Nice. So you slash right into this creature, and it shrieks as some of its blood's coming up. It's looking panicked over at its fellow siren that's in the water, and they're looking at the lot of you now, realizing now they're kind of outnumbered. And it goes to Trianar.
Yeah. Du Bois still got mirror image on.
Oh, that lasts for an hour, doesn't it?
No. It's for 1 full minute. Well, I guess.
Yeah, you did that
Okay.
before we talked to everyone.
Oh yeah. We were in the super bed when you did that.
Well, I still have mage armor. That's 8 hours, so I still got mage armor.
That's true. You do still have mage armor.
So I am going to attack with Ray of Frost, which just so happens to be my only offensive spell. All right,
Nice.
so here we go. It's
And
a
a
cantrip.
cantrip, right?
Yeah. I was gonna say. Yeah. That's handy, but I was like looking over here thinking, oh yeah, I've got this awesome wild magic surge that I can use. And it's like, oh no, it only is useful on spells at level 1 or higher. So this doesn't even matter. So anyway, I'm going to attack. And let's see how this goes. Ooh, yeah, baby. So that's 22 to hit.
Yeah, it definitely is.
2 points of damage.
So it chills some of it. You see like this frostbite starts forming on its arm as it shrieks that it got hurt. And it's still bleeding from where Aaron had slashed it. And it goes to Sir Henley's turn.
Oh, I do want to move, and I want to move towards the rapier, grab it, and swim back towards Aaron.
Okay, sure. Yeah, it's not too far. So like you just quickly go down, grab it, and you're maybe 10 feet away from Aaron.
Perf. Good on you.
Sir Henley.
I'm just gonna swing my maul. There's 2 left, correct?
Yeah, one that looks relatively fine by you and the other one that looks damaged by Aaron.
The one that looks fine, I'm gonna go for. Nice, that's 21. That's 10 points of damage.
So you slam into this thing. You hear a crunch as it's now like kind of holding one of its arms close to it as it's trying to swim backwards. And these two look at each other and they go to quickly swim away. Aaron and Sir Henley, you both get attacks of opportunity.
I definitely hit with a 23.
I got 23 as well.
Whoa,
23 and me and you.
Same
Oh, Jim Carrey.
I got 12 points of damage on mine.
Damn.
I got 8.
That's 20. Wait, carry the 1. That's 20.
So you go and you slam your maul into the back of this creature's head and it just crunches and its brain matter starts like floating into the water. Aaron, you slash out with your rapier and this creature, it takes a heavy wound and it's barely swimming along, but it's just going into that tunnel now. You see this trail of blood is going out as it's going in, and we are out of initiative.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Good first battle, guys.
Yeah, that's really nice.
That's fun. I retrieved my spear from one of the dead bitches.
Yeah. And
Yeah, it was from the frozen one. You just ripped the spear right out of it.
I give you your rapier, Aaron.
Appreciate it.
So now you're here in this cave, floating about with all the bits, and the tunnel is just leading further in.
I look at Trianar and I point to my wounds.
Oh, yeah. I look at you and like gesture like, what? I don't know what you want me to
And then I
do.
look to the big half orc.
When you go to look at me, I'm already behind you, hugging you and hugging your wound. And I give you 5 hit points back. And
Lay on hands.
yep,
Oh, nice.
and lay on hugs, more like it. We need that heart beating. And then I slip one hand up to myself and give myself 5 points as well.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice. This holy, sickly yellow light goes over the two of you, and you just feel so good.
Yeah, no. I'm good. I'm good. Don't
It's
worry
like-
about me.
I replace his arms with my arms, and we're doing a whole routine.
Yes.
I'm behind him.
You start making this pottery together.
Well, and he's going with it. He's trying to pretend like my arms are his arms.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I'm like picking his nose.
Oh.
And
I'm really
like,
playing it up, and I'm like kind of like moving my feet back and forth like a little dance.
And I try to snap my fingers, but we're underwater.
So you can't?
So I can't.
No, let's keep going on this. This is fun.
Shall we swim a that way?
So yeah, I start swimming towards where the siren thing went.
You can sure try and
I keep my rapier in one hand and my scimitar in the other hand, and I just kind of start kicking myself to swim towards that tunnel.
Nice. Yeah.
You look like a shitty mermaid.
So like video mechanics have taught us that works perfectly fine.
Yes. Yeah.
Your chest out and you're just like perfect.
You all are swimming down this tunnel, and as it's going along, like the rocky features of it start going more into an actually like chiseled out, fully formed tunnel, and you start seeing these murals depicted. On one side, you see this beautiful 6-winged bird as it flies over, and it looks gigantic. All these people are praying to it. You see people are being healed, the crops are growing, and they're all worshiping this bird. But on the other side of the walls, you see there's this monstrous undead creature, and you see like bits of its flesh have fallen onto the ground, and the dead are coming out of it. And the people are all running away, and it's destroying towns.
Does it look like it's shining?
The bird definitely does.
Okay.
Well, they both look like they're shining in their own kind of way. There's like a black aura around the necrotic one.
Nice.
And you go through here and you swim up into this little cavern. As you come in, you breathe air, you look about, and you see this egg. It must be at least 40 feet tall. You could hear the heartbeat from inside this egg as you all pull yourselves out of the water.
I run to the egg. I like go to help up. I like start running towards it, and then I turn around and realize I run back to the guys, and I try to help up Aaron. And as soon as he's up, I like look for the milk, and then realize that Henley is holding it. So I try and help Henley.
I'm already one step ahead of you.
I'm like frantic. Yeah.
Yeah, so I take out the book and I flip to the ritual page.
You see it says to break up the pine tree branch into a little circle and then pour the milk over here and have the heart at the center of this circle.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Did we, on the way into this area, did we get any sign of that one last surviving?
You did not actually see it.
Okay. I look at Sir Henley and I say, "What do you say, really, really quick? We go and see if we can grab a heart from the body, the leftover bodies, because those girls look pretty sad. I feel like
it's worth a shot."
Right, I mean,
oh wait, didn't one swim this way?
Well, yeah, but I mean, why chase after an alive one? Like, we got fresh heart.
Oh, this one's still on my spear. I couldn't quite get it off.
Oh wow, it sure is. Look at that.
Yeah, it's just sitting there glistening.
Wow,
Perfect.
It just missed the heart. How fortunate
that
of
is
me.
Just fortunate. Perfect. All right. So we take that heart, sorrowful heart, throw it in the center, make a circle out of the pine, pour milk all around it.
And the whole time Aaron, there's streets of gold, just streets of gold.
Hey,
I love that your friendship pulled you through not murdering.
I'm rather
your party
disappointed.
members.
I mean, I was like, I definitely thought it could be cool.
what was up with them, those murals back there?
I don't know, dude.
You think that bird thing's in there?
Well, I saw streets of gold.
And this is the only way we can make sure it doesn't come alive is by doing this ritual.
Yep.
What doesn't come alive?
As you start to do this ritual, you hear the heart beat faster. I want both Henley and Trianar to make me caster checks. That's your proficiency plus your spellcasting modifier.
Okay. 10. I rolled a 10.
Yeah, I got 8.
Okay. So you see, like, the heart it starts beating on the ground, and it seems to be matching the egg, and the milk starts to bubble and boil around it, and the pine tree branches actually start growing in the milk.
Okay. Good.
But it looks like something's starting to go wrong. The pine tree branches are starting to wilt. What do you do?
I smile at Aaron and I grab him by both shoulders and I kiss him on the cheek.
Hey.
And then I push him in the circle.
Roll me opposed athletics.
Come on.
I feel like I should have done this.
I really agree. You definitely should have.
You can assist Henley, and I would give him advantage.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to assist him.
14.
20.
Fuck.
So he tries to push you, and you kind of just push him back after the kiss.
Hey.
Hey.
You see his heart is beating faster now in the circle.
Back off me.
Sir Henley, you're the closest to it. You feel yourself being drawn to this circle as you find yourself brought to your knees and your hands are above it. Roll me another caster check.
God damn it. 9 this time.
You all watch as Sir Henley is rapidly aging. You see he starts becoming middle-aged before your eyes, and you see the pine trees are starting to grow again, and his hands are shaking.
Oh.
You now feel the urge, Trianor, to go over there.
Okay. So caster check?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 14.
So you feel okay, you're holding it, and you realize what you have to do. And this is up to you what you want to do. You can either give some of your life to help try to complete this ritual, or you could use what's left of Sir Henley.
Oh, Sir Henley for show. Oh, yeah.
You reach over and you grab onto his hand, and you feel it's weak with age. And Sir Henley, you grip onto his hand. You watch as your hand withers completely. You both see him slowly turn to dust as bits of his armor start clanking onto the ground. And the trees grow and they lift the heart up, and the heart intertwines with the branches, and they all start glowing this sickly yellow color as these motes of light leave where Sir Henley once was. And you see cracks start to form on the egg. As the two of you have to back away from it, pieces of eggshell fall and slam onto the ground. You see dust coming up. This eggshell is probably like 2 or 3 inches thick. You see first there's this giant yellow eye that's looking at you, and then more of the eggshell falls off. You see these brilliant yellow feathers.
Oh, yeah.
As it goes and stands up, ripping off the rest of the egg. 6 wings appear and just start to branch out. You hear this loud roar from this creature as it triumphantly stands out of the egg. Aaron and Trianor, you are brought to your knees in tears at awe and fear and love, and you don't understand what this creature is as it smashes through the ceiling. Both of you need to make me dexterity saving throws.
Oh, yeah. That is 18.
Also,
18,
you
yeah.
just hear one voice go, "Try no, you son of a bitch."
These rocks fall. You just managed to get out of the way. Some of them still clip you. You both take 6 points of damage.
6. Okay. I'm still alive.
Same.
You're reeling out of the way, and you see like your exit gets completely covered up by rocks. But the open night sky is shining. You hear people screaming, and you watch as this bird starts to fly high into the sky, dazzling bright as if it's almost daytime outside, and you watch the souls of the people of Yatil start floating up towards this creature as it absorbs them, shining even brighter as the screams slowly stop, dying out one at a time. And you two sit down there at this cave looking at each other, not sure if you did the right thing.
What have you done?
We brought about the shining god. We've done the shining god's will.
Oh, wasn't that beautiful? I could just feel the shining god's joy as that wonderful, beautiful, shining bird took to the air and flew away. Those 6 wings of soul-wrenching beauty will really help us. But travelers, it's not over yet. For we have to hear the other tales. You see, we messed with time a little bit here. We really wanted to make sure we got it right. So we sent in 4 groups. Now you heard the beautiful ChasmQuest and their tale of friendship, happiness, they even had a little kiss. Next up, we'll be having the 4 Orbs bardic tale. Then there'll be the lovely Craftians and Critical Bits. We do hope you enjoy these shining birthdays as we get to celebrate the glorious days again and again and again and again. It is wonderful. Well, travelers, I hope you're taking care of yourselves in this difficult time. Remember, reach out to those loved ones. Tell them you're here for them. Use your technology, be it magic or otherwise. Make sure that you stay in contact. Social distancing does not mean no socializing. We here at the Church of the Shining God love you, and we hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye, travelers. May you have a shining day.
Hi, we're ChasmQuest. Come with us as we voyage across the Chasm Sea and into a heroic adventure into a new world. The quest is dangerous,
I want to ride that sword down his body, just like split him in half.
mysterious,
There's something about the new lens. There's nothing that can prepare us for what's to come.
and very, very rowdy.
We lick each other's nostrils.
Listen to ChasmQuest, all one word, everywhere podcasts are streamed. Now, let's set sail.